That's a nonprofit. I'm just a recent graduate at University of Arkansas here. So I'm not working for any organization in particular. I was just a student of Rogelio's in the fall of last year, 2016, sorry. So I continued on working on this project after the class was over and just put a little bit more research into it. So to kind of describe my project, is basically one about affordable housing. So there is a, this works. All right, I had to do this earlier, not my laptop, so I can do it again. So my concept was to basically provide a solution to affordable housing concerns. Oh yeah, thank you. So mine is affordable housing. And basically it was to come up with a solution to make it easier for underrepresented demographics to be able to afford a house. And usually it was minorities of specific demographics. So we had to come up with a solution to make it easier for them to be able to get approved and actually get their own houses and hopefully get that sense of security. So what I came up with was a network circle, as I like to call it. And what we would do is we would have a banker begin the whole process. So here it could be Arvis, Bank of America, any bank really here that's want to participate in this program. And what they do is they take their loan applications here, and the ones that get declined for whatever reason, credit score, down payment, income status, whatever it may be, they would forward those applications to our organization. And after that, we would sit down with that family or that member and try to discuss ways on how we can improve the situation and get them to the point where they can go back to the same banker after this long circular process and get approved for a mortgage. So a lot of the professionals involved with helping to get to that level include various components of it. So roughly 4 or 5 individuals. So the 3 big things that usually stop people from getting approved for a mortgage is down payment, number 1, credit score is probably number 2, and the last one is just having enough income to cover the payments, so sleep income. So basically we have to come up with a solution to take care of these big 3 obstacles. So one of the things we came up with was taking the applicant here and then sending them into this process where we place them with a landlord who is going to give them a place to live for rental. It's going to be a discounted rate. So if they were charging a market rate rental of $1,000 a month, here they'll get a discount and maybe pay $500 or $700 or something like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to save the difference, so the difference between $500 and $1,000 is $500 into a savings account that we manage, and we're going to let them accumulate enough money over time to get a down payment required, or down payment minimum. So if they're going to be there for 4 or 5 years, instead of paying $1,000, they're going to pay the landlord $500. They're going to give us $500 to put into a savings account so they continue to grow and they can cover this down payment. So normally you have more than one stipulation keeping you from getting approved for a house. So if they have all 3, for example, and their credit score is a little weak, or their income is a little low, while they're saving up this money for the down payment, we also connect them with credit counselors. So here we talk to CCOA, and they basically help you improve your credit score, so it's going to be at a minimum requirement to get approved. Also, we have Arkansas Workforce. Excuse my sloppy handwriting, by the way. So they're going to help them with vocational skills, technical skills, so they can get into a position where they're earning enough income to be able to meet this requirement for the mortgage payments. So after that, they're going to be connected to, I'm going to add a couple circles here. So hopefully they get credit score improved here, then they get a job where they're making enough money here, and then hopefully by year 2, 3, or 5, they have enough money in the bank account to cover the down payment. So after that, they're going to connect it to a realtor here, who's going to connect them to a home provider. So here it is, any company that builds homes for a living, Ross Coleman, some other local ones you know here. So they'll be connected to the home builder, developer, what we're going to call it. And basically, at this point, they have enough money in their bank account for a down payment, the credit score is good, their income's good, and they're going to buy a house from this guy after returning back to this banker to get approved for a mortgage. So essentially they have to upfront sign an agreement to work with everyone involved in this circle of people so that we know that if this guy's gonna give them a discount here, or if they're gonna really spend a little bit more time than they normally would, that they're gonna make sure they go through the entire program, we're not wasting any time. So the hard part was offering incentives for all of these people, which we had to come up with a solution to make sure that it's worth everyone's time involved in the process And the hardest one was finding a landlord who's going to be willing to offer their house at a discount and not depend solely on charity and goodwill. So the biggest one here that we came up with a solution to was provide this organization present this organization as a nonprofit so that we can give them credit basically for donations and charities for every discounted rent payment that they necessarily don't collect that they could have collected. So then they can take that to their accountant at the end of the year and they'll get a tax write-off, and put them in a lower income bracket. And the rest of these are pretty much self-explanatory how they benefit from having more customers. So we didn't spend as much time on that. We do have the full breakdown if anyone is interested in it. So here we just need a little bit more help with some legal aspects of it to make sure that all of this is kosher. And then some accounting work to help us get the designation basically as a nonprofit organization and make sure everything is going to be kosher for anyone receiving this tax break benefit that we're promising. So affordable housing, thank you.
Thank you.